Alright, our next example using the chain rule is y equals negative 4 times 2x squared minus 8 all raised to the negative 2 power. So what's inside your parentheses is your u. So u prime is 4x. So same deal, we're going to take the derivative by using the chain rule, pull your exponent out front. So negative 2 times negative 4 is 8. You keep the u, you keep the inside the same. Subtract 1 from your exponent, which would be negative 3. And then you multiply by the derivative, which is 4x. Derivative of u. So we need to send all of this to the denominator in order to get rid of that negative exponent. So my 8 and my 4x are going to stay in my numerator, so I'm going to have 32x in the numerator over 2x squared minus 8 to the third power in my denominator. Pause your video, copy this down, try this one on your own. Alright, so when you take the derivative, it will be negative 4. Keep the inside the same, subtract 1 from your exponent, and then multiply by the derivative of what's inside the parentheses, which would be 2x plus 1. So I need to send all of this to the denominator, making it negative 4 distributes to this to get negative 8x minus 4 over x squared plus x to the third. Alright, what if we had 3x minus 2 cubed in our denominator and we were trying to take the chain rule? So before we can do that, we need to rewrite this, moving 3x minus 2 to the third power up into the numerator. So I can just rewrite, whoa, sorry, haven't taken the derivative yet. Shouldn't have put a tick mark there. So I'm the negative 3, and then I'm taking this and moving it up into the numerator. So it's going to be 3x minus 2 to the negative third power. So now, when I take the derivative, I'm going to take my exponent, pull it up front. So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Keep the insides the same. Subtract 1 from your exponent to get negative 4. And then you want to multiply by the derivative of what's inside your parentheses. So the derivative of u is just 3. So I have a 9 and a 3 in the numerator, which is 27. Sending all of this to the denominator. And that is your final answer. Pause your video, try this one on your own. Find the derivative using the chain rule. Alright, rewrite it by bringing the 3x squared minus x to the second power up to the numerator by making the exponent negative. So now you can apply the chain rule, pull the exponent out front. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Keep your insides the same. Subtract 1 from your exponent. Multiply by the derivative of what's inside your parentheses, which is 6x minus 1. Send this all to the denominator. And distribute that 4 to get 24x minus 4. Last one. Y equals 1 over x squared plus x minus 1. So we want to get that stuff out of your denominator up into the numerator. So I'm going to send all of it up into the numerator. So it's going to be x squared plus x minus 1 to the negative 1. So now I can use the chain rule. I'm going to pull my exponent out front. Keep the insides the same. Subtract 1 from my exponent to get negative 2. multiply by the derivative of what's inside the parentheses, which would be 2x plus 1. And so now I'm just going to send all of this down to the denominator. And distribute my negative 2x minus 1. And there you go. That is the chain rule.